All right, okay, now it's showing my fish hand. So, hey guys, and welcome to part two of How Strong is Prettycure. Okay, so if you didn't watch the first part, watch that first. Okay, so now my face cam is working because like the video kept buffering and it just fucked it up, and my face cam wasn't showing. So let's continue.
Open to further attacks. It is possible that it actually does damage to much weaker opponents, as it did seem to defeat many cages in New Stage 2, though it is possible that was a special case, with it being a shadow against an attack powered by the power of light.
Mm,
With Poron's sister Lilun, Luminous is amped by the power to create and can use the Heart Steel Brooch to create stronger barriers.
okay.
That is the Max Heart Cures. Cures
Mm,
also have power-ups. I'll be focusing on the ones that they have easy access to, rather than the situational ones.
okay.
Get those out of the way. Gold forms powered them up. Phoenix form was far superior to Sparkle Bracelets, and the Rainbow form is far superior to that.
Mm,
Their original power-up was the Rainbow Bracelets, and their second, which they still have to this day, are the Sparkle Bracelets. Both enhance speed and strength considerably. The Rainbow
all right.
Bracelets gave them the power of light, and the
Mm,
Sparkle Bracelets gave them the power to create. The Sparkle Bracelets are superior to the Rainbow Bracelets, and this can be determined through reasoning. Horan was the one who granted Tears the Rainbow Bracelets, and even then, he didn't put all his power into it until the final battle against the Dark King. In
okay.
Maxheart, he got stronger, and yet when they face off against Valdez, Horan granting them the power of the Rainbow Bracelets, which he
Mm,
should still be able to do, was never even considered, and instead they sought out the Sparkle Bracelets. You could even consider the Extreme Luminario to be stronger than a full-power Rainbow Storm, as it had the additional power of light that Hikari provides. In
mm.
which case, that is more proof of the Sparkle Bracelets being grander than the Rainbow Bracelets, as the
Oh,
Sparkle Bracelet cures scale above the Extreme Luminario.
all
But
right.
how much does it power them up by? Nagisa does make a statement about it giving them 100 times the energy, but this is followed up by her saying a nonsense number, so it's not exactly the most reliable of statements.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
requires more of a breakdown.
Gazillion isn't a real
Earlier in the
number.
series, the Cures faced the three Seeds of Darkness. The Seeds were stronger than the Cures, stole the Prism Stones to get massively stronger, and then proceeded to fuse together
Oh.
into a being known as Majin. The Seeds didn't
Majin
have its
Buu?
name in English, but that would mean
All right, I'll
they are
stop. I'll
basically
stop.
a
I'll
Seed
stop.
Count multiplier. But fusions in fiction tend to make
Yes!
meaning
Fusion
bigger than
Ha!
the sum of its parts. Prettycure
Gogeta and
proves that because
Vegito.
while there was that one case where it was simple addition, we also have Infinity Silhouette, the fusion of the four Heartcatch cures, whose power was far above what simply combining the cures would have granted. The cures
Okay.
with the Rainbow Bracelets beat up this fusion, then they got Poron's full power to beat the enhanced Dark King.
Mm.
Sparkle Bracelets should be superior to an even stronger version of the full power Rainbow Bracelets. Yeah, Sparkle Bracelets are very powerful, and that 100 times statement is actually looking like it might be a bit of downplay now, huh? Cures certainly do
Oh.
not lack when it comes to speed. In fact, despite being warriors of light, light is pretty much a snail to them. Yes,
Ah,
fictional characters can move above the speed of light. They aren't limited
yeah.
like we are. For some
True.
context
True.
as to how fast the speed of light is, light can travel around the Earth 7.5 times in 1 second. Now let's look at some of the light feats that the franchise has. Fresh had Cure Peach moving faster than a camera flash, while Heartcatch had Cure Marine intercepting a camera flash and Cure Blossom dodging a beam of light. Maho
That's pretty
Girls has their
fast.
Diamond Eternal attack launching enemies into the depths of space in seconds, and their Eternal Rainbow attack, which was able to send Desmos flying into another galaxy in 26 seconds.
Oh.
Assuming this galaxy was the Andromeda Galaxy, which is the closest galaxy to our own,
Yeah.
then the attack would be moving at over 3 trillion times the
Holy,
speed of light.
holy shit! That
I
is
also
pretty
want to quickly
fast.
mention the speed feats from the Maho Girls manga. The manga are separate continuities from the anime, so it won't be used in a scale, but I thought it would be nice to
Yeah.
bring up. In the manga, Liko, and yes, it's Liko and not Rico, uses
Hmm.
magic to move the stars in order to ask Mirai on a date, to which Mirai answers the same way.
Okay.
This is a powerful feat, but let's focus on the speed. Liko moved 44 stars, and we see from Mirai's answer that the stars moved in the same panel as she cast the spell. Using the average speaking rate and my own test, Liko's spell would have taken about 4 seconds to say.
Okay.
Assuming they were the closest 44 stars to Earth, not counting the Sun obviously,
Hmm.
then the magic would be going nearly 106 million times the speed of light just to reach the last star, let alone moving them.
Hmm.
Star Twinkle has the Cures match up against Airborne Spaceship Mech and face many spaceships in the Star Twinkle solo film. That would mean they would have comparable speeds in their base, let alone Twinkle Imagination and Twinkle Style.
Hmm.
Yes, I know they used Twinkle Style in the movie, but the Iron fight shows that their bases are comparable in speed to spaceships. And yes,
Okay.
the ships are fast. It's not just them warping the distances. It was specifically mentioned only
Uh.
Joa and Darkness have warping capabilities that grant. meaning the ships are physically traveling most of these distances. So how fast are these ships? Well, it is mentioned they can travel to distant galaxies, and more relevant is that Earth is mentioned as being at the edge of the universe by lava. The Starry Sky Galaxy is where the Star Palace is, which is where the Star Princesses reside. It is there they created the universe, so it can be seen as the center of the universe.
Okay.
Ships travel from the Starry Sky Galaxy to Earth in what seems to be under a day. This would result in speeds in tens of trillions
Oh,
of
Green
times the speed
Lantern
of light.
feats.
All of the speeds I just mentioned would be upscaled when put into the All-Star films, as even cures who do not have any faster-than-light speeds can keep up with and are faster than some of these cures.
I watched the Ben 10 versus Green
Using the power
Lantern
example I mentioned before,
death battle,
so black and white scale to that,
and I
and
disagree with the
dead.
outcome.
Not quite, as they have the best speed for themselves. Before he dies for the first time, the Dark King launches the Seeds of Darkness from the Dark Zone to Earth in a matter of seconds. He does a similar feat as he is dying for a second time and launches an attack from Earth to the Garden of Light. So,
Alright.
how far are these locations from Earth?
Yeah, explain it.
We
Explain
don't
it.
know
Explain it.
exactly, but we can get a pretty good idea. They should
Alright.
be around equal
Okay.
distances from the Earth due to light and dark being two sides of the same coin, as it were. On the official toy website for Futaro,
I'm sorry if I'm being quiet. I'm just listening to like the stuff that he's saying.
The specific word used in Japanese is jigen, which, by looking at other properties like Tenchimuya and Neptunia, is referring to the universe.
他の星ではなくて異世界です。別の次元なんですね。ことは別の次元にとてもよく似た世界がある。そうです。異次元なんてものは理論上は無限にあるわけで。ですから。
So the main Prettycure universe would consist of 3 universe-sized realms. This point could be a bit contentious, so I'll quickly go over why it should be used. First, this is from the official Toei website, and no other official material specifies the location of either the Dark Zone or the Garden of Light. Light novels are untranslated, so maybe there's something there, but nothing in the guidebooks, which I know thanks to a friend, as well as online translation tools. Secondly, it doesn't contradict the series. Some might point to some statements referring to the universe near the end of the first series, but this is actually quite like Dragon Ball, which is also by Toei. In Dragon Ball, Universe 7 is composed of multiple universe-sized realms, and yet destroyed all those realms.
I remember that.
One universe. Thus, referring to the
I love that scene.
Does not dismiss the fact that several universe-sized realms. Third, them being separate universes would explain the whole one day on the Garden of Light equals 100 years on Earth, as they occupy different time spaces. For Boron's presence equalized them anyway. Lastly, Fresh Prettycure supports this by introducing us to parallel worlds. Inside one world, there are many worlds. The example shown is 2 mirrors facing each other and love's reflection being reflected many times, if not an unlimited amount, which I'll talk about later. Each parallel world would be in its own parallel universe, as Earth is a parallel world to these worlds, and it ain't the only thing in the universe. This isn't to say that the Garden of Light is in a parallel universe, just that the idea of more universes is a thing in Prettycure, and that the website statement is not absurd. All that said, back to speed. We don't know how far the universes that hold the Dark Zone or the Garden of Light are from our universe, nor where they are located in their respective universes. As a lowball, I will simply use the diameter of our universe. Our observable universe is about 93 billion light years long. The feats were in seconds, so let's give 10 seconds, even though it seemed to be less than that. That gives nearly 300 quadrillion times the speed of light.
Whoa, that is
Here's evening base are where the Dark King's attacks, and as mentioned before, with just the regular rainbow bracelets, scale above Majin, who should be much faster than Dark King. Now onto the power of Prettycure. Just how strong are they? During the final episodes of Prettycure, the Seeds of Darkness obtain the Prism Stones. Once they gain the power of the stones, the passive energy of the Seeds of Darkness is more than enough to destroy the Prettycure universe. So all 3 realms. I say more than enough, as the Queen of Light was going beyond her limit to try and stop this energy from destroying everything, and even she couldn't contain it all, as the entire universe shook. This likely includes all the parallel universes from Fresh, as the All-Star movies reveal that the fairies know about each other, meaning that they know about the parallel worlds. This means Dark King would also know about the parallel worlds, and likely wouldn't let them off the hook, considering he wanted the Prism Stone so he could have still, quiet darkness. Again, this is just their passive power. Not even remotely close to them trying or their full power. Even stronger by fusing into Majin, Rainbow Bracelet Cure Stomp.
Majin Buu.
Dark King absorbs Majin and slaps the Rainbow Bracelet Cure. And finally, Boron gives his full power.
Alright, I'll stop making that joke.
Strong enough for the Cures to win. The speed is actually even more impressive given the fact that they would likely be destroying the entire space.
I'll try to stop making that joke, I'm sorry.
Over why that's impressive, that would mean they are also destroying time, aka something of a higher dimension.
Hold on. Don't you remember when you met Zero Lady Bikini? You were so far outside Zero's sphere of knowledge that she couldn't believe you existed. According to the laws of the lower dimensions, the existence of any higher dimension is a theoretical impossibility beyond her comprehension.
That is, destroying a single time space of universal size is infinitely more powerful than destroying infinite numbers of universes. Yes, fiction has different tiers of infinity. Infinity plus 1 is in full effect. The Cures are without a doubt this level when it comes to using Miracle Lights, as even a small amount of Miracle Lights allow the Duck Cures to travel to the future. They could also scale to this in their base in the All-Star films, as they needed about the same amount of Miracle Lights to be fusion for the first time, and he temporarily held back the combination attack. Then, during the fight against what should have been a stronger fusion in New Stage, the Cures beat him in base without any trouble. A quick aside is that this might also suggest the Cures have immeasurable speed with Miracle Lights, as they have the time-traveling power fueling them. Okay, they're that level in All-Stars, but what about my claim about the universal feat involving time? Well, here are a few reasons to think that time is involved. As I mentioned before, the Cures can move in further time, so they have a connection to time. Secondly, these feats cause rips and tears in space itself. The theory of space-time is that space and time are linked, so affecting one on a grand scale would naturally affect the other on a similar scale. The equalizing of the time differences between the three universe-sized realms is really the big reason for thinking this. Equalizing the time of separate time spaces would be the level we're looking for, and that happens to be in this series. The Dark Zone beings were 100 years behind Mythal as they were affected by the time differences of Earth and the Garden of Light. Yet no time gap like that happens to them again, despite there clearly being times when none of them were on Earth. More explicitly, it is directly stated that the reason why the Garden of Light's time and Earth times become equal was because of Boron's power. Boron's power is used for the Rainbow Bracelets and later for Shining Luminous. Luminous later also uses the power of Lilin to amp herself with the power to create, and uses the Heartseal Brooch to create stronger barriers. A reminder that Lilin is Boron's sister, so it's likely she has time abilities as well, which is even supported by the title the two have. Prince of Light that leads to the future for Boron, and Princess of Light weaving the future for Lilin.
Alright, I think I'll stop this part here, so get ready for part 3.